We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape, and some informer friend we love lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good night and welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is ever so good to have you all here. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Good evening to all my family members, platform membership holders, moderators, viewers, and subscribers. Good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. We'll come out here to ask some question. If we a fool, them a fool, or all are we turn fool overnight? David Jarvis, good evening. Patricia Matthews, good evening. Abinasa Cody, good evening. John Pugh, Natalia Freeman, Sunshine, Lee Bird Peart, Yvonne Johnson, Millie McBean, Rosie D, Beat and Teach, Veteran, Wagwan, Hero Bottom, Blue Wave, Laura Morris, Joan Bailey, Kemar Johnson, Mary Messenger TV, Carlene Richards, Kate M. Good evening, all, and welcome to AmericanTV.com. Tash, good evening, good evening, good evening, all, and welcome. Like and share the live, please. Thank you for joining us. If you know a fool with Violet Watson, just fool with good and done. A destruction attack the Labour government, Eve Williams, or the Labour government create distraction because them narrative, them baby playing Millicent Jones, and everything catch up with them. A destruction attack them, or them create distraction for it. But let me ask you these, Dr. Tufton. If your wrist was badly broken and you need pin Renice Nicholson, would you have to send and buy those pins like every other Jamaican? Do you have to pluck out money for every x-ray, every injection, Dr. Tufton? And when you get out of hospital, Dr. Tufton, Rosemary Samuels, are you going to come out and tell us how wonderful our hospital are based on the care that Dr. Tufton gets? Would Dr. Tufton have to linger in emergency room, wailing and wallowing in pain with underpaid nurses and junior doctors on their mobile phone, ignoring him in pain? If Dr. Tufton accident was very serious, would Dr. Tufton be whisked off to a first world country? Or will Dr. Tufton be subjected to the rotten sleep on cardboard, lay on floor in a waiting area, Monica Hartard? I wonder if Dr. Tufton would be subjected to all of those. But I hope Dr. Tufton doesn't come out and paint a narrative of how well his health care is doing based on the pompous treatment that Dr. Tufton would have received in his underfunded, derelict, money unaccounted for health care. So, if I because on citizenship hang count on blade pan uno and a cut on uno walk and create other distractions. If you think to say we are go walk and follow uno in the distraction when uno start something we uno can't finish. Uno walk and start something we uno can't finish. Police say Arsenal Garden House, Saturday night. How convenient. We just create a hope and narrative them so for shift we have a little mat. But somebody in the after comment on this morning show says the people in Black Rock, Portland, is experiencing the salty water scenario also. So is this a distraction to protect poor little Matt from scrutiny with his water crisis and his nationality crisis, which his prime minister called into concern John Pugh because nobody was concerned about little Matt dual citizenship until Andrew threw the gas and checked the matches, just like how Darrell Vaz go put down the bucket of gas and Everett Warmington go check the matches while Dana Dixon did their video it. Them could make it up if I fool them want fool because if I make this for fool with, wanna never really do a good job. Wanna should have asked some basic school picnic to come help plan the fooling. Wanna look here. I make me ask. It look like the Glean are not really too interested in other Buddhism and battle here. Because when name observer look like them a toe the line with the story. But the Tufton part, for Darrell Vaz and Everett Warmington part, we do not do it good. We could have asked some basic school picking it. Enrique Nemard, how are you? We could have asked some basic school picking it. To the securities, look here, I thought I just left guard the house so that anybody can walk in. That Darrell Vance can walk in and put on gas. Everett Warmington can walk in with the box of matches. Because somebody say Everett Warmington and walk around there with the box of matches, And fire just come out, so boof. And then Amaris Dixon, she with her hand and shade. So why you don't never talk? Why you not so silent? All in the aftermath videoing. Why nobody never talk? How this man in Cliff say a CCTV? Huh? I hold the planet up. I hold the planet we find out it so quick. This was than Mr. Moore. When Cliff did go and tell we say, Mr. Arvel Moore go over the precipice, kill himself, broke him back, and then walk out of the car and hang himself. Just like how them shot shower Tony brutally at him place. And when Fitzbailey got there, him probably go find him drowned in a bucket. You might never know how shower Tony death go. But we will get to that because we have few more questions for ask. Yes, and the dual citizenship is your backfire. So them a walk and create things for things to say. We're gonna follow them. When you look for how Dana Maris Dixon had a shake when she have video with Darrell Vaz and Everett Warmington to create the scenario. Jim Ashley, how are you? Sharon Bernard, how are you? We can hear the vehicle them a drive past, but why them not talk? None of them now whisper. Nobody not say nothing. So we are fools. So. Because of Dana Dixon hand the camera in the blue wave. No, this is the aftermath part where them a show with the damage. I would stop here a dummy. A video they got along in. We never do it good. If I fool on the plan, if you fool with, we could have at least do it little better. Do it, make we believe, you know. And do it, make we even think, say, something go so. So I want to say that there be evidence. Hmm? We could have at least do it so we believe that something go so. Hmm? Or we could have get some school picking it, come fix it together food. But for just cannot come for we believe when you see a soil go. Oh God, man, we better than that. Fool as we be. Me know so no take we for fool. I don't think that two we a fool. Did did Nationwide not say CCTV footage, CCTV, them shit? Hold on, let me go up on Nationwide page. Sorry there. We coming sure this morning. Nationwide start boat. Something or other. That's not top. Let me see if I find the article. Hold on there. You know what Tufton a go on like say him expect with the for declare 3 days up. Hey, coach, shut up. Cliff Hughes, you have something to explain. Make a share it, you know. Surveillance video, he says. Hmm? Surveillance video. Did they not say? Make sure the screen share too. Let me bring it up. So, you can see. Say me uncle love can use. Me now walk and tell like people pick me so easy. Look at this highlighted sentence. The unprecedented move to attack the seat of political power in Jamaica was caught on surveillance video. The fire brigade was summoned and the blaze was quickly extinguished. The people that were video never even video. The fire brigade when it come feel look real. Why? We not turn bad. I probably have flare on a set off in there. For we see the flame, for we think say nothing go so. How did the man get in at the building door? And for the person who turn up there with the hand and shake, a video, you know, feel say, like a the madman, if you draw out one hose and say, pow, the man would have run off. Don't you think? Hmm? Don't you think the man would have run off? Even if you take your hand out of your pocket and say, pow, or say, police, don't move. Hmm? But rather you stand there with your hand shaking. So Cliff tell with this man and say that image here where him put out was taken from the surveillance video. Surveillance. They said, not somebody saw. He look here again. In the surveillance video seen by our news center, a lone man can be seen approaching the entrance of the parliament building. Wanna tell Granny Sus. Say Global TV say Patricia Bartlett, Monica Wills. How no do? Bartley. Send go tell Granny Sus say. We say come fix the galangin? Was it a camera in Dana Dixon hand shaking? Or was it a surveillance video? Surveillance, Granny Sus, is somewhat different from me or you or somebody or whatever we are. Buck up on an incident and feel frightened and coward on a video in silence. Which is it, Granny Sus? Hmm? Can somebody tell us what form of security and protection is at our parliament building at night? And if we do, them just left swing wide open so that everyone could have go in, go try the matches after Darrell Vaz left the gas. Uno couldn't plan it to fool we better. Hmm? Uno couldn't plan it to fool we little better. Uno think said that alone enough to fool we. Uno didn't think it fixed good enough. No wonder why Gleaner not running the story. Hmm? Surveillance video, Nationwide says. Would Nationwide like to clarify to us if the image on the video put out by them is from a surveillance video, and does that surveillance video belong to the government, or is it a private surveillance video, or the footage came from a mobile phone? Which is it? Surveillance video, all a walk round and round in a building now, Cliff Hughes. How do you tell lies so bad? Huh? How do you manage to tell a lie so horrible? Surveillance video, I walk from out a door, go in a building, and I show you around corner the sun. How, Cliff Hughes? Hmm? When you dey write the news, nobody never tell you, say, remember, you know, surveillance is much quite different from a mobile phone video footage. Wouldn't you agree? Hmm? No, sir. Me never see like tell so bad yet. And patchy and fix like kindergarten would have fix it better. Hmm? Miranda Rada. Uno just left the door swing open so then if the tax administration empty building then anybody can walk in them, and if you can walk in a garden house just so, cousin Myrna, how you do? Hmm? If you can walk in a garden house just so and catch a fire. Hmm? Dion Robinson. All right, Diane. If Everett Warmington could have walked in, go try the matches and light the gas where Darrell Vaz left. And Dana Dixon could have just hit up on the building as the surveillance camera. A video hits across a Cliff Hughes, tell we, you know. The footage them with him put out upon surveillance camera. All of what kind of surveillance camera that Cliff and the new thing they wanted them with their name? You know, the new AI one, them were portable. We can walk up at them the surveillance camera. Because this is a surveillance camera, go to the one and go in this one and turn around and look on the. Of course, we know that surveillance camera can rotate. But you don't normally hear sound in a surveillance camera. Is it, Cliff Hughes? It's really a thing that you would hear, Andrea. Sound in surveillance camera. But you could hear all the vehicle passing by. But uno silence to make the surveillance argument sell. Why uno didn't mute the thing when you were videoing? Let me help uno tell the lie. Why uno never mute it, JP? So the vehicle sound, uno not talking. No means that we never hear sound. We hear the vehicle and the wind, you see. Surveillance wouldn't pick that up. Boy, the liar patched badly. If this was an exam about preparing and telling lies, you would have failed horribly. Hmm? Fail horribly. An easy lie. Huh? Gonna feel horrible. So get back to the citizenship argument. Who else is to be renounced? Who else wholeness called on problem pan? Who else under wholeness put under fire in the party is the conversation. What business interest does the Prime Minister has abroad? Shower Tony was murdered in January 2023. Tony was saying a lot during summer, wasn't he? Next time when you fix lie, you consult with somebody who know how lie tell and the consequences of lie. Cynthia B, how are you? Hospitality stakeholders who suffer financial loss. Sorry there. During the ongoing severe water crisis in Hanover and Westmoreland, or to receive some level of compensation from the government. While the detail and method of the compensation are still being worked out, stakeholders have welcomed the initiative, hailing it as thoughtful. For whom, though? Them and them friend. What about poor people in a Western Jamaica? Little dear British Matt. What about the residents of Western Jamaica who can't get water? Who is going to compensate them, little Matt? Do they deserve compensation, little Matt? Or because our white friends and counterparts, Annie, we don't have to make them whole. But how? I know what they say, how the tourism industry bustling and all sorts. Who is going to compensate the people of Western Jamaica? Who is giving thought to the feeling of the lack of service received by the people of Western Jamaica? The people of Western Jamaica, whose water source is said diverted to serve these multinational hotels across Western Jamaica. It is said Jamaicans are experiencing salty water in their fresh water. Somebody wrote today after I raised the concern of people's concern in some parts of Western Jamaica. Someone says, resident in Black Rock, Portland. Is there an area in Portland, for those who know Portland, called Black Rock? Kevin Fairclough, how are you? Residents of Black Rock, Portland, is having that water problem. Rowan Williams. That salty water in their fresh pipe. And if that is the case, we want more and more people across the island to inform us if that is the case. Because this would have been an environmental crisis. One that the government and the environmental agency and the environmental scientists would need to attend to. And people are of the view, JC, that this would be a consequence of these hotels digging super wells in close proximity to our shoreline. So if that is a factor, we want to know how much crime they are committing against the people of Jamaica. We want to know those information. So it's only hoteliers matters. It's only hoteliers lose out in the water crisis. It's only hoteliers the Jamaican government care about in the water crisis. It's only the hoteliers the government think deserve compensation for this water crisis. Uno say, I just them and them friend them care about. We not really come in at the picture. We are not really Georgia Dennis in the picture. Them only care about them and them friend. Let us compensate our friends. Let us keep them sweet. To hell with Amber Joy and those people she's standing up for. Who are they? To hell with them. Them don't deserve water. They don't deserve compensation. They don't even deserve us thinking about them. Isn't it, Matt? The same Jamaica people, taxpayer money, wanna get dirty water. Still have to turn around and compensate rich white stakeholders in Western Jamaica who them enjoy free water and we have to drink or use stagnant tank water. Who is going to compensate us? Is there anyone across the island having stomach or diarrhea problem since this water crisis? This impending cholera creation of the government in an underfunded healthcare. Do you want us to declare 5 days of mourning for your broken wrist, Dr. Tufton? Do you want us to come and lift you up and hush you and buy you? Did you have to lie on a piece of cardboard waiting to be seen, Dr. Tufton? Or were you prioritized above everybody else, Dr. Tufton? So to come out here with your narrative, enough of unwind. We're overused to the nonsense by now. We're overused to the nonsense. No, sir? We can take the poker galang in. We don't know. JLP need a shake-up. I see some complacency in some of these MPs. By far, some of them will be a one-termer. Tony said this. Tony was speaking out a lot in summer of 2022 I wonder why someone would want to cut him down. Mr. Ryan Strachan, you call it Strawn, but the British pronunciation for the spelling, sir, is Strachan. Strachan is the name. How close were you to Shower Tony? Do you know Shower Tony well? Were you and Shower Tony member of any group? Robert Miller, how are you, sir? Hmm? Was there a group called the Zello group? Zello. Does anyone recognize the name? The Zello group. Does the name sound familiar to anyone? And would that Zello group, Zello, Zello, and would that be related or linked to any of the political parties? Does anyone recognizes the name Zello group? And if such a group existed, who would have been the architect for Zello group? And what was the purpose of Zello group? Was Shower Tony a member of Zello group? Chopper John, were you a member of Zello group? Are you aware of Shower Tony? Has Nestor Morgan ever been a part of Zello group? No, I don't know the name Zello group. Any of you ever heard the name Zello group? Brittany L, how are you? Zello group or Zelo group, whichever the pronunciation, Zelo or Zello. Zelo, Zello, whichever one it is. Who crafted that group? What was its purpose? Who were its members? Mr. Miller, are you concerned of Shower Tony's death? Is there any word at all on the street that one known of or heard of and have not spoken to the police about? Or Tony death just a go like butter against sun so? How well does Ryan Strachan or Ryan Strawn knows Shower Tony? Do they have any political or group affiliation? Is or was Nestor Morgan affiliated to any group that Shower Tony was a part of? Whose skin was Shower Tony getting under? Who may have Shower Tony had damning information on? Some of you first turbans, you won turbans. Some of you who came to Parliament in 2020. He was of the view the way how some man no go on. No now get elected 2025. who wanted Shower Tony dead? Why were there no investigation or media probe into the death of an influential political activist and community man, a man who feed the homeless in downtown Kingston, Ladybug, a man who is said is a fixer for the government or in the Jamaica Labour Party, a man who was very close to the hierarchy of the Jamaica Labour Party, just murderly, brutally so. And when Fitzbailey got there, Fitzbailey got find him drowned in a bucket because him a hide from the gunman them was shooting. And him end up in the bucket of water hiding and a succumb, him drowned, Fitzbailey. It wouldn't have been a far-fetched story. Fitzbailey has told us worse than that in the past. Is it not, Mr. Bailey? Cliff Hughes, when I know the difference between mobile footage, Mr. Hughes, sir, are you named Miller, don't? You don't know nothing about who killed Tony? You don't hear anything you couldn't tell the police or anyone? Why the whole on us of silence? But Cliff Hughes would know the difference between surveillance footage and a hand in one of the lion, a phone in a one of the lion hand, a shape. Fitzbailey have the Cliff Hughes have things to come out and come clarify to it. The footage, Mr. Hughes, you obtain. How did you obtain it? From and from whom? And did it appear to you on viewing before you put out your article that would have been from a surveillance video, or would it have been a mobile footage? As a broadcaster, it is important, Mr. Hughes, that you make that clarity to the public as to what you have put out. Is it a surveillance video, as said in your article? Or is it a mobile video footage? Which is it? And same way this person turn up their video when Edward Warmington go in the building, go catch it a fire. And then show we when after the fire put out, where blacks where the smoke darken up. Why you couldn't show you when the fire brigade come? Did one ever came? Was there a call for one? But you could have show with a part there. Make it look real. Make it look like a news story. Our the surveillance footage at which the side of the building where the fire brigade come. The surveillance footage couldn't see him round the corner they were in the park. They never have to come at the door where we see Everett Warmington going to go light the fire. Is it? Just try fool with better next time. That was too much of an easy fool. That the foolism did too easy. Next time, we don't have to come better. The decent fooling we take we all months and years for work out. Good God Almighty. once on a liar and fall, we pick it apart. That means on a liar did badly plan, It never planned to conceal anything. Uno just say once they hear say we parliament catch a fire, and that everybody I got talk about, and everybody I got come off of Babsy, Tam, and Kamina, and Matt, and anybody else. No, we still are going to clarity for them. When I ask them to give up nothing, if they want to feel guilty and walk and get up, is them problem. We never ask them for it. And you and your wholeness draw the whole of them in a carry pot. So don't come try this chop way. After the knife handle one no claim so no they are whole. Turn blade in on hand and start cut on you up. Don't try like we're idiot. We know what we fool about and we know when we fool about. I wonder if Carrie Douglas, Michelle McIntosh. I wonder if Carrie Douglas would have heard anything of Tony Shower's death. Like how you're connected, Miss Douglas, to both PNP and JLP. I wonder if you would have heard any sus, Max Romy. Well, so be it if I'm a propagandist. Why do you want me not to question the flimsiness of the video? Prudence Elliott, how are you? Why don't you want the flimsiness of that video put out in public to be questioned? Have you seen the article this morning that Cliff stated it was a surveillance video? And then the video they put out that cannot be said to be a footage from surveillance. It more appear as footage from a mobile phone. So don't you think we deserve to ask questions? Or just like how Darrell Vaz talking and Dana Dixon Milicia Soigo, we should just follow suit. Is that what you're saying? So we should just go on with it? No, sir. But there's nothing to hold the People's National Party to account for. When them get in a government, the only thing we should be holding golden account for is for them to be holding the government to account. That's the job of the opposition. All of us must hold the government to account. They are the decision makers. And that Andrew telling you. When the People's National Party becomes a government, it is them that we are going to hold to account. So whether you think I'm a PNP vlogger or not, you must understand how accountability works in politics. The opposition, now I met the woman in the green blouse where demonstrate dead for hungry. It's the government, Janet Hamilton. Is the government a pass her for dead for hungry? And the government I make the decision will make our life difficult. So it's the government that must be scrutinized, not the opposition. Okay? So scrutinize the government don't mean I'm a PNP supporter. I am a Jamaican first. I have no allegiance to any on a political party. Well, I don't want nobody question. I don't want nobody question Tony death because Tony was so wrapped up with the labor right them. Why do you think this have anything to do with the PNP? All Cliff Hughes need to do, come out and tell us what was his thought of the footage them when see as to where they came from. And if he thought that those footage are real footage or they were doctored. Well, you don't think we deserve to ask those questions? Well, if them stayed with them, have to left the door open for him, Prudence, for just walk in, light the fire, run out, and we just see the big flame. From we see the big flame, you know, we feel believe the parliament catch a fire for true. Let this be the national story for the next 9 days. No, we don't interested. We want to hear about who else have the British passport, Canadian passport, or if them are going to eat up. Yeah. Or if we don't have anybody over there illegal with them American passport. Hush. I want to start the war, turn up and fight it out. Stand up and fight out. Want to start. I want to think there was political advantage in the Commonwealth dual citizenship argument. I want to think say political mileage did end for UNO. I want to think say it would have been a good tear down for the People's National Party. I want to think this is the best piece of tool to get rid of Mark Golden. I want to walk and think so, you know. And I want to walk and act so. I never will force on you. But one thing me I beg you, know, if you don't fool with, do it for work and do it not to be exposed in the midst of it. Do it not to be exposed in the midst of it. No wonder why a Cliff alone I run that video here where just a shake up and down so. The video where they silent, but you still hear the car them. No, sir. Boy, no could and beg some other fool, planet fool. Any common fool out of door there could do a better job than what Uno do. That never anything for fool any fool. You know? It never good enough for fool a fool. Uno feel bad. Bad. So don't expect pity fan with Dr. Tufton. Many Jamaicans go through this every day. Only that Dr. Tufton, they do not receive the expedited service that Dr. Tufton would have received. They might not be subjected to receiving a bed as soon as Dr. Tufton would have received one. Their ward may not be so cushy and bougie as the one that Dr. Tufton is lying in. So my case can come with your narrative about how well the healthcare is doing and the first class, the first world treatment that you receive. My case can come. But they are wait for blow it out the window. just like Cliff Hughes surveillance video footage. Surveillance video footage, they call it. Surveillance. Surveillance, Cliff Hughes. Surveillance footage or mobile phone footage. Quite two different things. The fact that the two of them are video no means say somebody videoing from their mobile phone is surveillance. Arrest one we don't know. But thank you all for being here tonight. Join us back right here tomorrow morning for the people's, for the At a Glance program. And remember, tell the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party that whoever, Maybelline Sutherland, how are you? Kareem Dona. Whoever murdered Shower Tony family needs justice. May no uninvested for keep the murder of Tony, sweep it under the carpet, but his family needs justice. His family needs to see the culprit in court and behind bars. Media, the political core, and the Jamaica Constabulary Force, they are all silent about the death of someone who was very close to the Prime Minister and a lot of people in the hierarchy of the Jamaica Labour Party. Good night from Global Television.